everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video. I know a lot of you are struggling with sort of your progression because of strength and whatnot. So I'm just going to do a couple of little exercises that you can do at home, even if you're sitting in front of the TV watching Netflix. So there's no excuses, guys. You can do this in a piece of floor that is as big as a yoga mat. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get yourself into a tabletop position, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, pushing the shoulders away and keeping your chest lifted. So we're not sort of lifting, we're sucking the tummy in. We're putting one leg back as far as it will go, straight as it will go, and locking out that leg, squeezing that quad, curling under the toe. You can see me just like that, curling the toe under. And then we're going to make sure that we're tucking that pelvis underneath as we lift the other leg back. So that will give you a really good plank shape, okay? So first of all, you want to practice doing these, making sure that you feel strong in your plank and that your body's not like this or like this. So make sure you do it in a mirror. Remember, we're tucking the pelvis under and keeping the head and shoulders up, pushing the floor away with the hands. From here, you need to be able to bring your elbows in, not out to the side, in behind you, all the way down to the floor, and then pushing up with the body still planked out. So that's like a proper press up. Okay, so that's your press up and a plank all in one. The most important thing with a plank is that you are getting your body into that position from the tabletop. That will help you to make sure that you're not going to sag. So we're not letting that bum go up and the hips come down like this. We're not arching. We're sucking the tummy under and curling the pelvis underneath, pushing that toe into the floor, squeezing that quad or the leg comes out. We're squeezing those glute cheeks together, squeezing those butt cheeks and tucking that pelvis underneath. Bringing the elbows down to the sides, nice and slowly, all the way down, nose on the floor, and then pushing back up. That's the perfect press-up position for what we do for pole. Okay, so the second one is a tricep dip. Okay, so I'm going to show you this on the floor, but you can also do it on a raised surface as well, so like a little seat or a table or a chair, something like that. So what you want to do is put your hands behind you with your fingers facing backwards, and you're going to push your chest up, rolling the shoulders back, squeezing those quads, again making sure that the legs are completely extended, toes are pointed down, that will make sure that your quads are engaged, and we're going to lift the pelvis up, lifting the pelvis, and then we're just going to put a little tiny bend in those elbows and pushing up. So you're not just doing that, you're lifting the whole body in a plank, head back, and we're going to do some of these. So we're going to bend those elbows. Now if you're struggling with wrists, you can turn your wrists out to the side, just making sure that you're bending at the elbows and the rest of your body is planked out straight. Okay, and that's going to do all your triceps at the back. And then the next exercise we're going to do is a pelvic floor lift. Okay, so this is going to really help with your core. So you're going to bring your feet in towards your bum and making sure that your knees are not too close together. So I'll show you from this angle. So you want your knees about the same width as your hips. They're not out to the side and they're not completely closed. They're just in a relaxed position, making sure the feet are as close to the bum as you can. Head on the floor. We're going to lift the pelvis up, but we're going to tuck the pelvis under again. So from the side, we're lifting up, but we're not just doing this. Here, we're not arching the back. We're tucking the pelvis under and squeezing the pelvic floor muscle. So we're squeezing up, squeeze, 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 and back down really slowly. Okay, that's the next one we can do. So from this one, we want to be doing some hip lifts as well. Okay, so using the hands on the floor to stabilize your body. You're going to bring your knees into your chest. You're going to use the floor a little bit to help yourself up. You're going to bring your legs over your head and you're going to roll down using the hands on the floor, but also your core, squeezing the core and coming down really slowly, bending those knees. Bringing the knees down to the floor, lifting the knees back up, squeezing the legs over the head, try and touch the floor if you can, and then rolling back down nice and slowly, using that core and your hands on the floor to control. If you squeeze your tummy muscles as you come down, you'll notice that you go down a lot slower. If you come down and you find you're doing this, yeah, you've got no core control at all, and that's going to end up hurting your back. So make sure that you're tucking that pelvis under, knees to the chest, using the floor, lift
and then really slowly come down with that bum and the legs straight up to here. So that should help you with your chopper as well. If you do have a pole at home, then feel free to use this to chopper up. So bringing it into the armpit, legs are going each side, using your arms to pull, lifting the hips up the pole. Notice that my bits end up pretty much kissing the pole and then slowly back down. It's not an easy exercise, this one, so make sure you do it on both sides. Same thing again, pull in the armpit, legs to the side, squeezing your bits to the pole, lifting the hips up in the air and slowly coming back down. It's a really good exercise, that one, if you've got a pole at home. If not, you can just do them on the floor. But that's a little bit of homework that I think everybody should be doing in between classes, because it'll mean that your inverts and your tricks are so much better and you won't be struggling as much in the class to just do the conditioning. So do the boring shit at home, and then when you come to class you can smash it out. Hope this video helps you anyway, guys, and let me know how you get on. If you get stuck or you're not sure of something, just drop me a message and I'll help you out. Speak to you soon. Bye.